Oh, welcome back. I guess I should see if the recording thing is working. Yep, it worked. Let's get to going. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to now, Minon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Yeah, I think I'm just going to finish this Labyrinthos stuff, and when we get back to the place, I'll stop recording there because I am exhausted. Is that coffee I smell? Did I miss the tea break? Welcome back, Edgar. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigation and turned up information on the Gleaners. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the form. And a sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo is certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we could build from the facts. As you should have observed earlier, Nominon's archives appear to contain no information containing the final days. Coupled with what Edgar and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Charlians know nothing of the particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somewhat certain that the destruction being prepared by the Trophroy is wholly unlike those of apocalyptic events. Moreover, the form claims to be occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Orsius' request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, has been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the form's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. If we are lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there. I'll show you where the entrance is. Ready, Levelin? It's not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Yep, now we gotta follow Alize. I wonder what others are thinking when when we're doing this. Keep to the path straight ahead, but it curves! Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shards back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. And I think I'll just have this as the last episode I recorded this session. So this one's probably going to be a bit of a longer episode. We're all here now, yes. I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Yeah, I took that special breed thing kind of not gracefully, because I used to do that. I used to put have my books on the floor, stacked up. And I got more bookshelves.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Charlian itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh or no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
I know Kryle's being summoned.
Did you call to me just now?
Oh no. We're gonna have a revamp of what happened in the beginning of the happened at the end of Stormblood. But who's gonna take care of Kryle? We don't have a Kryle to take care of Kryle.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in that Renaissance, you know. Sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, then with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high, damned if I knew the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Let me think. The versus seed should be item 1058, serum seeds 1059, sorrel berry 1060, or were they 1061? My head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistake the Cuthrus carrots for the Garabania carrots? What then? You here to help or give me more headaches because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues were so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of more moths running loose. Alright. Cabbage. Any luck, Edgar? What tales did the Gleaners have to tell? Okay, these just say notes. So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the form is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. For game, Edgar, I have an idea. Did one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms up on this Gleaner here. You can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. You wish to help me find the marmots. I've nothing suitable to pay you for your service, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I welcome the assistance. The name is Aaronville Friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nexian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack, gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder. I've not seen any scampering around here, so I'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a Mamart or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Alright. Okay, so it is to the east. I nearly forgot. I only remembered because I saw that little green thing, the blue, this thing, the humidifier. Oh, it's up there. A sturdy sack supposedly large enough to hold one of or squirming marmots. Nimbly evades your grasp before one more disappearing into the trees. Actually, I wonder what Charlene would have done in the 8th Umbral Calamity. Considering how things went. More prepared for its speed. This time, you succeeded in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. The sack holds the plump, wiggling form of one greatly annoyed, grizzled mouse. And there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seemed to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it must much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. As for the Forum to decide, they are the guiding authority behind the Labyrinthos after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitably for consumption and easy to breed, those were the 2 candidates I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. Ugh. Those 2 words for me right now just scream, I just want to make a plague. So nothing can cause a plague to spread that easily by something that's easy to breed and something that people will eat. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Edgar. Is this the gleaner you mentioned, the one who was looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Kral, the students of Baldessian. The others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decision of late has not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent to Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing their decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical, never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls other animals to capture, enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you anything for your services. Do you learn anything new from our friend there? They're planning on eating the marmots. So, we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun, the Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to the great work some 4 days after the Lefroy made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners kept abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this was long in the making, and they were but awaiting the right time to put it into efforts. And the Tufroy's decoration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Ramphthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to fit. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower. Cryo was wrong. I'm fine, Shirley. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I am fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We follow the path east through the forest where you were chasing after the mouse or Marmots, was it? Anyway, it's the trolls you need to watch out for. Okay, let's do this. I might actually have to call it soon. How long have we been recording for? Yeah. After I turn this in, I'll call it, because I am about to fall asleep. Let's attune to the Aetheryte. Behold, the Archeon, as numerous serves as Charlene's literature archive, so does the structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vault carved into the cliffside itself. Within the vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as all the detailed records within describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Charlene's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Oh, good for it. Because after I'm going to call it here and probably take a nap or something. See you all in the next.